Hello, beautiful hearts. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Hamish, for being part of this beautiful journey. And today we want to continue our conversation from last time about transformation. And because this journey it's full with so many rewards, but before collect the rewards, we must let go of things that are not serving us. And that's the part where sometimes we can struggle, but it's not impossible. So, yes, Hamish, welcome again on this space with me.
Thank you very much. Always good to be here and see where these go.
I'm thinking to start about this interesting topic we has been open last time about the internal and external change. What start first? We need to change the external to change the internal, or we need to change internal so then the external will change. Because you mentioned something interesting last time where I was having this idea that we need to change inside first and then outside, which when you said what you said, something in me had clicked when I said, like, you know what, you are right. We need to change the external, but the catalyst is begin internally. So tell me, what was your catalyst? What was that to say, okay, I'm willing to do it?
Where do you want me to start? There's been one or two catalysts in my life that have caused things to change. Um, let's do probably the most profound one. This was 7 years ago when I decided to stop drinking, when I decided everything had to change, otherwise I would end up wrapping myself around a tree or something. Um, it is egg and chicken. I had to change externally to change everything, but that had to come from inside when I realized that I was incredibly unhappy and that there was more. It got to the stage where the pain of likely killing myself or somebody else was more frightening than the fear of what if. So definitely it was triggered from internally, from something is not happening, something is not right, I want to change, I'm frightened. It's like a scales or a balance. And for years it was more scary to tell the truth, to say things weren't working, all these kind of things. And then slowly that balance leveled up, and then it was like, I was down to a couple of choices, and then it was, if I don't change the external, there will be a catastrophe. So it was definitely, the catalyst was, I'm too uncomfortable. But it had, for me, it had to get to that dark night of the soul, that rock bottom. Other ones have not been as profound as that. It's just been a conscious change. But it definitely has been triggered from something internally. Then I have to change the external, whatever that will be. We will touch on that. And then full circle, it changes something within. Does that summarize it succinctly enough?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is exactly how you felt in the middle in this process of changing and transformation. What is the core feeling you was going through
When? Before I decided to change, or when I decided to change?
after you decide to change and starting to take those external actions?
Um, Ironically, utter relief. When I finally said to somebody, "Hey, I've got a problem. I need some help," um, and he listened, and there was no shame. It's like, okay, all that doubt, all that fear was my own making, my own fears, my own judgments, my own stuff. So the most difficult part became the easiest because then I had to change. I had to change my story. I had to change how I viewed myself. I had to change how I viewed other people. And I think you're asking me what changed or how did it change or what was I feeling? I was feeling absolutely terrified. I had no idea what was going to happen because I wasn't in control. When I was squeezing everything together and lying and drinking and pretending and faking and performing and all of these things, I could control my world, which was getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And when I asked for help, when I said I have to change, the whole lot exploded. I couldn't control anything, and it was utterly terrifying. But it was also absolutely beautiful because all that pain and angst had gone, all that certainty of what if this, that's an oxymoron, but that certainty of those questions, that familiarity went because they were out of date. It was now like, what the hell is going to happen? And that was, I had to just let it flow.
The unknown.
Yes, the unknown. And it was very unknown and very frightening, and big changes were required as consequences of my previous choices.
Mm, yes, definitely. Because we humans are afraid of the unknown. We are afraid of letting go of control. We are afraid of moving in a direction that we don't know what comes, what will be, how will be. And because of we are so freaking out, most of the time we break, we stop. But those strong enough and with their fire and their hearts are pushing through it because it's like I'm not, I'm not happy. I'm dying. Something is going on internally that it's not that what I want to live. It's not the life that I wish. So beautiful. So it's the core was the frightened feeling of not knowing what will happen. But also I feel when you share is that that one specific person when could hold the space with no judgmental, actually I feel is giving you this, like the relaxation in the whole system to realize that I'm not judged and actually I have a chance to change my life because there is no judgmental. Tell
Yeah.
me if when if tell me from your perspective about when we are in a really critical moment in life and when we talk with a specific person that has not any judgmental thoughts or none of this, is that a key for somebody to actually let go and change their life?
Yeah, is the short answer. Yeah, I know without a shadow of a doubt when you make a decision to change, when you go, whether you've been on your knees saying, God, I can't do this anymore, whatever the God of your choice is, when you are in that place and go, fuck it, I have to change, you are telling the universe, you are telling Source, you are telling the whole universe that you want to change, that you are finally willing to let go of everything that you can't control. You can't control the universe. And the universe goes, cool, here we are. And situations will very quickly come to support you. I mean, I deliberately did not choose somebody I knew very well. I didn't go to my bestie. I didn't go to family members because of shame. And that's fair enough. I went to someone I didn't know. He just happened to have gone to rehab 18 years before me. So he said, yeah, sounds like you've got a drinking problem. Let's go and sort it out. I was there 18 years ago. Um, there's so many people that you can ask. You can ask, there's Samaritans in the UK. There are facilities, there are charities, there are people all around the world that you can ask for help if you cannot ask a person. I had a conversation. You'll love this. I had a conversation on a train years ago, sitting opposite this younger woman. We just got nattering, and within 10 minutes, she told me that she got raped in Greece, and burst into tears. And we had a long chat about men, women, overdressing, underdressing, all that kind of stuff. and incredible conversation. She told me everything. She poured it off her heart, and she jumped off later on. I didn't even know her name.
Mm,
So opportunities come to share, and I think most people wouldn't actually judge you. Friends might, family may well judge you, but you're not going to ask them unless, well, maybe you will. I don't know. But when you do actually make that choice to say, I have to change, I'm going to, and start, you will get supported. You will be able to get through it because we can get through everything. The universe doesn't make it too difficult. We just have to choose to step forward blindly, like I did, and go, I can't do this anymore. And it's okay.
yes, that that little step when we say yes to us, then universe is coming with support. Yeah. So I want also to hear what kind of story you told before this critical point where you changed or you take the decision to change, and what is your life now?
Have you got all day?
A little bit.
Um, the story was I don't like to hurt people. I don't like to let people down. Um, and so I was doing my best not to. So I was lying to people, saying everything is fine, everything is all right. I was pretending everything was okay. I was carrying on, smiling through tears, smiling through exhaustion, smiling through basically putting everybody else first. I won't let people down was my mantra. I'm not going to. How noble, really noble. I'm not going to let you down, Juliana. Meanwhile, I am undermining you. I'm lying to you. I'm lying behind your back. I'm getting drunk. I'm pretending everything's okay. All these kind of things. So the story was I'm doing, I'm not letting you down. And the truth was completely the opposite. So I
Mm,
had to look at that story and realize that it was a lie. Um, and I can't fix everything. I really can't. And for a man, that's quite a tough one. A man's role throughout time has been protect and nurture the family. And I wasn't able to. And so there was a huge amount of shame and story. So denial. But now I try not to lie. I try really hard not to. I try to be honest, and it's easier. It's not always possible, as in I'm human. Um, but there's 4 or 5 stories I've faced over the years and realized they are wrong and they are out of date and they are completely wrong. The difficult part was that was part of my identity. I don't let people down. Hamish is so fucking noble. He doesn't let people down. Yes, you do, and yourself. So I had to look at that and let that story go. And then there's of course a void. What's going to happen next? And then there's just all sorts of anything can. What do I want? I can rewrite that story. And that was it. Actually, was quicker than I expected. But the whole identity piece, as I can no longer identify with that victim mentality, with that story, was hard because you lose a piece of yourself for a while.
yeah.
Um, and it can be quite a while as you try and readjust and things like that. So, yeah, work in progress. That story's been rewritten. There's other stories. There's some in the process. There's some more to do, but I'm still alive. So
Wow.
yeah, there we are.
So what comes to me while listening you is it's almost like I'm seeing images, but I want to ask you, is that the way you felt in your body then and the way you feel in the body now, what if you can put in some sentence this bridge, because it's not a bridge, because this bridge also it's a time when we cut it off, but let's say this transformation, how you feel now choosing yourself.
Um, I feel there's a little bit of guilt occasionally when it's just like, I'm not going to do that. When I have a boundary and someone pushes it, but I need to sleep, I need to rest, I need to play. Those things are really important to me. And so there is an irk, there is a bit of uncomfortableness because the people pleasing was very strong,
Mm.
but I value my sanity more. I value my sovereignty, and if I want to do what I want to do, I need to have my batteries at least two-thirds full. So that's what I do. I'm now capable of feeling. I mean, beforehand I didn't. Before I went to rehab, I had no sense of feeling at all. I couldn't feel anything in my body. I mean, pain, smack my knuckles, I could feel that, but emotional feelings, no, not a, not a thing. So now it's been a process of breathing, of feeling, of when I feel safe, it's just like, oh, my shoulders move, my neck moves, I feel more relaxed, I feel more subtle, I can feel, I've got a pain in my back, I know what that means. um but it has been quite a process to learn to feel, and when I get a niggle, get an idea of what that is, I'm people pleasing again, or I'm doing this, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at now.
So you are learning to be with yourself, learning to enjoy your space, yourself, your time with yourself, and to feel yourself,
Yeah.
to feel what's there inside you.
Mm.
Yeah, that's exactly, that's the beginning of everything.
It really is, and the whole any somatic exercises are really, they're so essential, because this body, if you want to call it a meat sack, call it a meat sack, call it a temple, is the soul's interface into this physical reality. Hand over candle, it's hot, thirsty, drink. Um, the body is such an amazing interface between the soul, the person within, and everything. So within, so without. Um, if you can't use it properly, you're going to miss stuff. I've got a much better idea when people aren't telling me the truth. I kind of feel it. I feel their energy. I feel they're like, you're talking shit, mate. Um, and things like that. And certainly, we all feel people being angry before they look at us and glare at us. You can feel that anger. You can feel love. It's not very difficult to spot a woman who is pregnant, even before you see the bump. There is a presence about her. We just have forgotten how to do it. But this body is remarkable at doing that. We have to relearn that. It's not something that in the West we are taught to use. Our body is to thump people, or to cuddle up with people, or hurt people. It's not really much more than that when it comes to being taught how to use it to communicate. And yet most of our communication is non-verbal. I mean, go figure.
Exactly, yeah. That feeling is the language of the soul. That the unseen is what we perceive more that we can put words on. And
Mm.
that's the direct communication from being to being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hamish. I love to hear what you have to say, because I love your journey, the way you take decision to move, to break the walls, and still is a process, is a journey. We all are on this path. I remember last time also we talked about that not everyone, no, how was that, we are not forced to change.
Oh.
And that's also, I like it what you said it, because in my perspective is like, hey, we are on earth and we come here for this and this and that, and we must, but then I somehow sometimes I forget about that we are having free will, and we may also choose the other path, the painful path, the suffering path, because maybe the soul choose to experience that. So I love when you remind to me that we don't need to change, it's a choice.
Mm.
Though I know it, sometimes I forget it myself, because I am on my horses and let's do it, let's go home, because I know, I feel what is there, and I think let's do it.
Mm.
But I want you to share what's there in your heart, not to change people that don't want to change, but I want to share with us again in a couple of words, whatever you feel like, what is the fuck yes through all this journey? Because those who don't want to change anyway, they will not understand the language we talk. But those who are open their ears to hear something they don't totally comprehend, they will understand what you have to say. So I want you to share as a message or whatever there is comes through you, why, the why is such a great reward for the soul, for the being, to actually walk in through the unknown, not knowing what is there, but still there to take step by step.
That is a really interesting question. Um, I I think it's got many levels. On one level, humans are creative. We are a little bit more than animals, which is eat and procreate. Um, some people. We won't go there. However, I think we hunter gathered. Then we started to at some stage we started to plant crops. We didn't have to gather. We didn't have to hunt quite as much. We had a bit more time. With a bit more time, it's like, what are those shiny things in the sky? They go round. We started to get curious. We started to have, because we had more resources, we were able to be curious. We were able to wonder about things, the seasons. We would build temples. We would build stone temples, pyramids, stone towers, whatever. And I think we are, as human beings, we are really inquisitive, and that allows us to change. You look back at the great people, the great men, the great women, they probably were incredibly stubborn, but they brought change at terrible cost, sometimes to themselves, sometimes to other people. And that's what we are. We are curious, and our souls. If we go down that line that we are here to experience. This soul is to experience and bring back to God, bring back to Source. Hey, this is what happens when this happens. Source. We are part of Source. We are here to remind God what living is, what love is, what unhappiness is. Then we are inherently curious. And that curiosity for there must be more than just sitting on your ass for 50 years twiddling your thumbs. And I get bored easily. So, you've got all that metaphysical stuff, and I get bored easily. And, fuck it, what's around the corner? I'm interested, but curious, change, what if? Why does the sun go round? What are the stars? These are fantastic questions. What's that bird flying around with the funny colours? It's a parrot. What the hell's that doing in London? These kind of things. There's a curiosity, and that allows choices and options and questions. And then, those are so important for life. Otherwise, you're just 9 till 5, Netflix and chill, eat and fuck, basically. And I think there's more to life than that.
Like a primitive lifestyle, so to say.
Yeah. This the price of evolution is we are curious. And the other price is it's scary. So as we make those choices, you've got to be prepared to be uncomfortable. Is it worth it? I think so. Otherwise I'd be dead if I hadn't. Mm.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hamish. And again, another things comes to me because of your.
Before that, I want to go back to your experiences.
Oh,
You've asked me everything. I want to go back and hear some of yours because you've got a man's perspective. Let's have a woman's perspective. You ain't getting off the hook. You've got to tell me your bits of your story there, Juliana.
I was thinking I will get free from it.
Not a chance.
Yeah, my story. the catalyst of my change.
Yes, please.
I must say, yeah, because it's like I flipped something that I was not aware. So how it's starting is that I was the dark night of the soul. I was crying, not knowing why. I was home alone, hiding myself, extremely yelling to myself, I'm dying, and I was not knowing anything. Why? How? What is this about? Not knowing about this spirituality, soul, and anyway, is after all this cry, I start to ask myself, what is this? I cannot go to ask somebody. I was kind of afraid because I could not stop my tears. And so there was a moment when also some friends told to me, like, why are you sad? I think, what are you talking about? As you said, we put a smile and we are so happy and no, but in my eyes, people could see I'm sad. So I look in the mirror and I was looking at myself and I was like, I'm dying. What's going on? Like, I have everything. I have a job, I have a family, I have a hobby. Like, I'm dying inside. So that feeling that what's going on has made me to curiosity to dive more deep into this. And through whatever tools somebody meditate, I was going to more hypnosis where I connect some dots there where I received exactly like it's time to change. And I was like, hoi, hoi, change. Because I love my comfort zone. I love going to A, B, C, D, come home, A, B, C, D. I was living like sleeping human life. I was having it. So that message that I say it's time to change the environment and change yourself, it stuck with me for weeks where I tried to make sense logic of it. And I could not, but the voice inside me was screaming. So I need to break down mentally, to scream out of my mind, to break something, to realize that there is a necessary change. So that's how I make this step. People think I was crazy because suddenly I do it actions from nowhere coming, like what's going on with you? Let's go to doctor. Let me do. I need to listen myself because I realized in that moment that my whole life I listen others, what to do, how to be, what to think, what is the best for me, and I never ever ever ask myself, what do I want? How do I want to live? So I lived life like, left and right, how the wind was blowing. So that moment was my catalyst of change when a voice inside me was screaming. My mind was resisting it because tried to find logic explanation. And that was the catalyst of breaking something internally. So I knew there is something I must take the actions. So that's where I start to divorce. I start to move away, focus on myself, finding my inner child, deal with my stuff. So that was my catalyst internally to change, not knowing logically why, but internally, the voice was so screaming that I could not stand to it. And I could not understand it either logically. So people could think like, you are on horses, girl. Yes, it's like I need to listen myself this time like never before. It's my time. So that was my catalyst of saying, no more. Let's see what is the other side. I'm freaking out of it. I don't know what I'm doing because I don't know what I was doing, but I needed to take step by step. So that was my, like, really turning my life upside down in many ways.
Are you pleased you're out of that cage? What is the difference between that Juliana and this one?
It's such a huge difference. Like, now I say what I think, I say what I feel. I don't feel bad about it because it's my truth. It's who I am. And if those who are not appreciate or they feel offended of it because they don't, it's okay, then they are not for me, with me. So this version of me now is free, free of opinion, free of stories, that I have been told to myself that I need to be something, people to like me, people pleasing, as you said it, make everybody happy before making myself happy. So this version is, it's so open and it's so fearless because she don't give a damn heck anymore what people think, because she knows from the inside first. And because that seed, that voice is whispering, she trusts that version. She trusts that voice more than the mind's voice. So it's wonderful through where I find myself today, because it's liberating to such a degree that words are limiting us.
Yep. I mean, I've known you for 18 months and I've seen a huge transformation. I didn't know you before your divorce and everything, but just to see those life choices that you've made, um, yeah, consequences, but worth the effort, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
really worth everything.
Yes, definitely. It's a lot of loss, a lot of grief, a lot of pain to feel, a lot of, like the lights start to get on and you could see the crap. It's like, but taking responsibility. And that was my part of saying, yeah, I did it there. That was what I need to go through. But is that true for me? It's just what I learned from it, what that teach me, how I grow up from that pain, from that betrayed, from that whatever that it was, when people, friends, turned their back to me when I was in my biggest hole of my life. And I think, okay, what does teach me? I'm strong enough to walk this alone. I'm so strong that I don't need people around me because I'm strong. So this taking responsibility over my life, how I want to feel, what kind of world I want to create from this mind. Of course, we hold a lot of patterns and old beliefs, and I catch myself, I turn them around like, this is not true. This is the truth. Don't tell me I cannot do it. I can do it. Maybe I cannot figure out now, but I know I can. It will come to me. So, all these small steps and responsibility over oneself, and not anymore having responsibility for how others feels, because that was my pattern, how they will feel if I will say that, or if I behave that. So I try kind of to walk on a eggshell to everybody to be happy, and I was squeezing myself, I was deeming myself just because to make others happy. But today I say no, this is my priority. I want to make myself happy, because if I'm happy, people around me will be happy too, but the right people this time.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So the old story was what was the old story that you've left behind?
Oh, the poor girl, poor me. The I need help. I cannot live a life alone. I need a man by my side. He needs to tell me what to do, how to do, because I don't know what to do. And that hopeless
Hmm.
part of me, the hopeless woman, the suppressed woman that she don't have a voice, that she needs to hide herself. That was the story I left behind.
Yeah.
The one that was afraid to say what she thinks and what she feels. She was afraid to speak her truth because she needed to paint everything so nice so that other people will like her.
Mm.
So that is gone.
Yeah.
That is so gone.
Yeah. Really powerful. And writing your new story, you can be who you want to be, can't you?
Exactly. And this new story, I feel like we are writing it every single day, with
Yeah.
the action, with the feeling, with how I want to behave. And if I behave in a way that I think, I don't like about myself, because now what I'm doing, I'm analyzing myself, not criticizing, not really negative, but I'm analyzing myself. And then I say, oh, I like that version of me that was
Mm.
just playing out. Yeah, but maybe no, I want to change here and here and here and here. okay, next time I will change this and this and this and this.
Mm.
So that's how I'm creating my new path, not criticizing myself, but analyzing with compassion and love, and choose what is the highest version of me I want to bring into the world. How do I want to be, feel, express, create? So that is the now moment of that creation. It's like a flower blooming. So it's
Yeah.
like opening petals with
Mm.
petals.
But I think you've nailed something really important there, and that's the I can rewrite it every day. I don't have to write. Okay, this is Hamish version 2. He does this, 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 and this. Oh, I'm just building another cage and stepping inside it again. And when you rewrite it every day, when you sit, take that time to observe yourself, you're going, as you said, I really like that. I don't like that. Oh, I did that again. I'm falling back into that pattern. Okay, you've removed that judgment. You're writing your story every day. Maybe you're remembering who you truly were. Um, but I mean, you said you're not doing it from judgment. You're doing it with curiosity and yes, like, yeah, version 2.1. I like this one. Oh, I don't like that. I like that. I'll do a bit more of that. It's like deciding what food you want every morning. I really fancy to be that today. I want to be that. That's what I like.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, it's it sounds easy, isn't it? Actually, it's not. Is it easy? It's not. It's not that difficult, is it? No.
Yeah, it sounds easy. Maybe it looks easy, but I must say it's also really. So at the beginning, steps are really difficult because I needed to face my madness first and to break that wall of like like reality is right on the stones and you cannot do anything. This it is. So I needed to break that wall. I needed to face the madness first. So it was a really journey. I don't know how to put the words even to it because it's difficult. I needed to face the most destructive emotions like madness, fear, chaos, loss, all that pain before, to break that wall, to not be afraid of it. And when I felt this, it's like I torn it away, torn it this piece, this like a small wheel. And then I could come to the other side. And then I was like, wow, I have opportunities now and I have so many things I can do, where I start, where I end. It's not easy, but it's easy. If it makes sense, because it's not about, it's about the willingness to feel. And when we allow ourselves to feel like a magic, something is happening. Because today I am listening a voice inside me that it's coming from my heart, that is our soul. And that's whispers, that's not screams. Now it's just whispering. And I need to be aware of that whisper. And then based on that, it's like, okay, how how can I move through this life? It may look easy, but it's not easy because humans are afraid to feel the most painful emotions. The happy, the joy, the excitement, everybody is there for it. But what about sitting down and feel the pain in your own body? Because that's the catalyst of allowing to hear this whisper, and there the change is coming. And then something is flipping, this like a small wheel is turning in your own beingness, and then you're on another level. And then you start to learn that ground, that playground, because it's new. So it's like, so yeah, it's not easy. It's possible. It's require our willingness to feel the most uncomfortable emotions, not from a judgmental accusation, you know, pointing with finger left and right, but just say, this is what I feel, this is my emotions, and this is my responsibility, nothing else from the outside. And then watch how your life is changing. just like magic. Don't ask me how it works. It's just working.
Just like magic. Absolutely. It's a kind of magic. Yeah. Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It is. You've mentioned that it's non-judgmental, it's discernment, it's being gentle, and that little voice is. I would say it's really high vibration. So it's very, but it's very quiet.
Yes.
You have to stop. You have to listen below the noise. Listen below the excitement and the wonderful and the gloom and the doom. You have to listen between this yo-yoing of emotions of all of that, and then there's this quiet little voice, and when you hear it, it's just like, that's what I want. I don't want the highs and the lows, and I don't want. It's not a mundane. It's
Mhm.
absolutely not mundane. It is possibility. What you want to do. This is what I like. This is what I want. This is important. Yeah, but as you said, it does have consequences. You do have to make choices. You have to put up boundaries. You have to piss off people who have exploited you. Um, but they're not your friends anyway. Certainly not version 2.2. We're on 2.3 now. So if they were on version 1.9 or zero point 0.6 or something, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Mm,
And this is what is difficult, I feel difficult, whatever difficult word means, but what is challenging, I feel that for us is to let go of stories, of relationships, of who we were.
mm,
Because we are so attached of who we was and the behavior. I know it on myself, where I'm like that version of me that lived with me more than 30 years, is like she's gone. Like, hey, where are you going?
mm,
Like you left me here alone. Like, what should I do here now? It's not difficult, but it's challenging
mm,
because it's like something it's like we put our nails into it and live with it, and just we need to let it go and say like, okay, who I am today will not be who I am tomorrow, and it's okay. And people will hate you, people will not like you, people will make you and tell you words because you heard them, because you choose yourself. But again, we are here to walk our own path. And if we go to right but they pull us to left, what should I do? Should I let them take me to the left side where is not what my heart is calling me? Or should I continue to take my right path and say to them goodbye? And it will not mean many that will like you for being so confident in yourself, because they will say like, who do you think you are? And
mm,
you have to remember yourself, yes, I am exactly that you think I am not. And watch me because I am.
mm. Yep. It is tough. It is lonely. You do find your tribe. You do find people.
Oh yeah,
You do get communities where there is that acceptance, where you are, who you are meant to be, and there are also communities which will pull you in, and then they will try and change you to what they want you to be as well. So it's always a dance. Yeah.
exactly. But
Mm,
I must say that from this space, from this new stage, new playground, which I am learning to walk the path, because it's not anymore externally what I'm seeing, is more like a vibration in the body. And it's like I need to feel how that feels and choose that, not what I see and what they say, is how I feel about it. Because I tell you, from this place, you can see through people. You're just observing them, allow them to be themselves just by you holding that space of all. You just observe them and you can see what is playing out. Like like this. And it's not to judge, oh, look at this. It's like, oh, they do this, they choose this, they do that. And then you know where you stand. And then you know what you want for yourself. Not to play what they say and how they behave, is what you feel inside. And what you read that have no words for it, but you see it. It's like changing the lens.
Yeah, very much.
Fireworks.
I know. Where did they come from?
I guess.
Did you do that?
No, I think it's the app who is like, boom. I don't know. It's beautiful. I think, like, guys, I think they're celebrating.
Absolutely. I think you have absolutely nailed it there. It is. It's personal sovereignty, isn't it? It is being comfortable with who you are, and it doesn't really matter if somebody else isn't happy with you because that's their stuff.
Exactly.
Mm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's a journey. And I find my tribe, I find you, and I'm grateful for that. And there is so much more people to find, not to find, but to meet on my path, on my journey,
Mhm.
as you also finding your tribe by walking your path. That's where we are living right now. And all is work for the highest good,
Yeah.
whatever there is. And we just must trust what is inside, that voice, that whisper, that feeling that
Mm.
have no logic, but it feels right.
Yeah.
That's what we must be guided by, which you are guided by, I am being guided by. And that's how we create together this path
Mm.
forward, moving
Yeah.
home, going home.
Mhm.
Yes, dear friend. So, to wrap all this, what I love about, because it's not that we are different, but what I love about your journey is that it's so grounded, and it's wrong to say so human, because we are, all of us, we are human, but it's so grounded, and it's so, yeah, again, these words are so difficult to be found. It's just a feeling. But I love when you share what you share, because it's about the earth. I don't know, the earth has come to my mind right now. And
Yeah.
that's what I love. It's not to compare, we all are on our own individual journey, but I feel like my journey is not so much ground, earth, it's something in between, where it's like flipping something on a ground that I don't know exists, and I must learn how to walk on that ground that is new, and is all about listening, that which you also do it, but you see, it's the same stuff and different
Mm.
way, just just what it is. So tell me, to close this, for those that had the thought, hey, I think I need to change something in my life, I think I get boring, something is not working, or kind of these people who go to sleep and then wake up a little bit and go sleep and wake up, what you have to say to them, because it seems like there inside him is a light that wants to flickering more, but it's the mind coming through and block. What you will say to them to choose themselves based on everything you lived, everything you hear about other people sharing their story?
The first thing that sprung to mind is what I do not nearly as often as I should do. But get a piece of paper, okay? Divide it into 4, and at the top right, advantages, and then disadvantages. So you've got 2 columns, one saying advantages, one saying disadvantages, and then the bits down the side, the 2 rows, one of them is, let's say, I want to give up drinking, and the other one is I don't want to give up drinking. So you've got the advantages of doing something, the disadvantages, the thing you want to do, become, change to be, and staying. And then go, the advantages of drinking are I get drunk, I don't feel. The disadvantages are I have a headache, I have a hangover, I don't work very well at work. The advantages of being sober, I'm happier, I'm peaceful. The disadvantages, I feel I will lose some of my friends. So this piece of paper, we'll put this in the show notes, it's a business way of analyzing things, but it's really good way of looking at where you are, where you want to change, and the advantages and disadvantages. Now, the three times I have done it, the first time I just wrote down one thing in one box, and that was the answer. I didn't need to write anything more. So it's a really earthy, grounded way of doing it, and it really works. Um, you have to do it, but it shows you where you're thinking, and if you do it from your heart, where you're coming from your heart, it gives you a chance to see kind of where you want to go, and then you just decide whether you want to or not. There you are.
Mm.
Bit of grounded advice from the earth.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hamish. So beautiful hearts. You hear Hamish sharing, you hear my sharing about how we walk our own journey. So now it's up to you what and how you want to live, what direction you want to take, what you want to create in your life, and how you want to build this life for yourself. Because there is such a great possibility to just live the dream life ever. It's just require to walk into the unknown, to feel those freaking out feelings that you don't know what is there, but still to say, I walk, I say yes to myself, and I know I'm supported. Mother Earth, the universe, the God, whatever you believe in, is here with me. While and once I start to make one step and say yes to my life. Thank you, beautiful heart. Thank you so much, Hamish. You have a choice, it's in your hands. It's not a force, it's a free will. It's your chance.
Absolutely.
Take it or leave it. No more comments about it. Thank you so much.